Here we shall explore true myths about Odin's raven companion, Dray. You may be a bit confused, as that is not the name of Odin's more well-known raven companions, Hugnin, meaning thought, and Munin, meaning memory. Well, you nosy little know-it-alls, that's because Dray's their child. What? Two animals in regular contact with each other end up procreating together. Crazy, I know. Dray is sort of the black sheep of this family, which makes little sense as they're all already black birds. So it's more like the white bird of the family, which is more like a dove than a raven, so that doesn't make sense either. And you see, that is the beauty of Dray when you get right down to it. They don't make sense. While Hugin and Munin function as personifications of the types of mental functions they are named after, Dray holds control over intrusive thoughts. You have no control over them, nor do you ever really put effort into having them, and often you regret their very existence. But they come regardless. When you're ready for sleep but suddenly recall the time in elementary school where you missed that free throw meant to impress your crush, that's Dray speaking those memories into your ear. Or those times you're standing on the edge of a very high up cliff or building, and looking down, you get the sudden urge to jump and see what happens. That is also Dray. Some psychologists made a term for thoughts such as these. That's what they do, after all. Make new terms every week for something. It's called high place phenomenon. I personally prefer the French version of it, Call of the Void. Very poetic and nihilistic, like all good things the French have made. It's characterized by an odd sensation where fully sane, non-death-seeking individuals look down from a height that is tall enough to kill them and get the sudden, inexplicable urge to jump. And look, not to seem like a quack, but I don't know how much I trust these psychologists. Would you trust people whose form of study is fathered by a cocaine addict who thought that everyone was incestuous? In terms of fathers of science, Freud was the one who left for cigarettes and never came back. So I'm just saying, a non-binary bird whispering for you to jump seems just about as likely to me as this high place phenomenon. There is some evidence that Dray is also the titular raven from the Edgar Allan Poe story of the same name. As the bird goes nameless, it is impossible to definitively say if this is the case, though we can make some assumptions. As you can see here, Dray also enjoys mocking depressed homosexuals, and Dray is also a raven. That may not be much, but I remind you, this is Norse mythology we're talking about here. There's more evidence of this being the case than anything we have on the existence of most of the 9 realms of Norse mythology. Being a fan of Norse mythology is sort of like getting a buzz from having an empty hole in your soul that will never truly be filled. Dray is remarkably humble for all of the knowledge they have. Make sure to tell these two that. Remind them how humble Dray is. It will not upset them at all. The encyclopedic knowledge of all human regrets and bad ideas is vast and ever-growing, so knowing all of that and letting even a day go by where you don't tell everyone about it, that is a blessing, truly. But what does Odin get out of having a raven that gathers cringe or thoughts of the void? Entertainment. You ever watch a show you knew was garbage, but it was your garbage, and so you made exceptions for it? A real 90-Day Fiancé situation? Or what adults pretending to be kids call slop online? What about a story you knew was going to make you sad? Grimdark things like Made in Abyss or Grave of the Fireflies. There's always an audience for things considered regrettable, and Dray's the one serving that which others prefer to forget. Be grateful to the Raven of the Forgotten. As horrible as it is to be visited by them, it is all the more horrible the things they keep at bay. It is a thankless position, but one worthy of praise nonetheless.